Alrighty, so I'd like to thank you for joining me. Um, I like doing my show, so I'm excited to have you on.
Thank you so much for having me.
For the first part, can you please explain a little bit about yourself for those who don't know who you are?
Yeah, my name is Tim Dolan. I'm an actor. I do lots of musicals. And then on the business side of my life, I own a company called Broadway Up Close that presents Broadway experiences. Sometimes that experience is on a sidewalk. We do tours of the theater district. Sometimes it's a tangible experience. I own a gift shop in Times Square where we hand make our Broadway souvenirs. And then sometimes it's a human experience. We do a lot of workshops and classes with student groups.
That's awesome. And so, what really got you into theater? What really got you into wanting to be an actor, wanting to be a tour guide?
Yeah, my first introduction to it was really in school. In second grade, I saw the local high school production of Oliver that I feel like changed my life. A year later, they did The Wizard of Oz, which also felt pretty revelatory and magical. I'm sure, looking back at it now, I'm sure it was a high school production of the Oliver. How good could it have been? But at the time, it was life changing. I realized theater was a thing, and then from there, started doing it choir and shows in middle school, high school. Eventually, moved to New York City to do it professionally, and then the tour guide thing came up, just you have time between jobs. And so I thought, what's a way to still stay within the niche of what I'm doing with theater, but a way to kind of monetize that or build a life using all the parts of my storytelling abilities.
That's awesome. And so, what is your favorite tour that you present and why?
I think probably my favorite is the Hudson Theater Up Close tour. It's an interior tour of the oldest Broadway theater, which is the Hudson. It's been there since 1903, 121 years. And I got the keys to the building 5 years ago, where I got to, carte blanche, build a tour of what I thought the building's history, the finer points of it, the brighter points. And so it's an entire interior tour of the building, and it's emotional, it's historical. I'm absolutely biased because I created it, but I think it's very fascinating, and we have a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And so, what's the best part about being a tour guide around New York City?
Best part about being a tour guide in New York City is kind of just being outside in the insanity of Times Square, being on the streets, seeing people, seeing friends on the way to work, mid tours, interacting with humans on a sidewalk, and then getting to meet all of the different people that come on our tour from all over. We get a lot of U.S., but we get a lot of international as well. We get some London, we get some Australia. And so it's just connecting with theater goers in my favorite place in the world, which is Times Square.
That's awesome. And so, you mentioned you're an actor. What are some of your favorite shows you've been in and why?
My favorite show ever that I was in was a show called Altar Boys. It's a musical about a Christian boy band. I played Abraham, the Jewish member of the group. I did that on the road, on the national tour for about a year and a half. And then I joined the New York company after having done it in California as well. It's a sweet, sweet, funny little musical. It's only five guys, so it kind of challenges everything you do between singing and dancing and acting and all the things. So that was my favorite show. Other show in New York City, I was in the Once Upon a Mattress revival, the last one before the Sutton Foster revival, with Jackie Hoffman and Lip Synca. I was the dance captain, and I was night number three. You're welcome. And it was a blast to perform with people I had looked up to for years. To work alongside them was truly a dream come true.
That's awesome. And so, if someone were to come to New York City for the first time, what advice would you have for them?
Are they coming to New York City as a performer? Or are they just coming to New York City to
Just as
visit?
like a tourist, like if anyone watching wants to go to New York, what advice do you have for them?
I love that. So I always say to start by doing maybe one of the big buses. If you really are completely unfamiliar, do one of those bus tours. You kind of get to see all of the different areas of New York City in just a couple of hours. And then from there, once you've done that, you have a general layout of where everything is. Then you do tours like ours that kind of shade in the different neighborhoods once you have the kind of outline. I think of Broadway in New York City as kind of a big coloring book. Once you have the outlines and you have the shape of what you're coloring in, then you go into each section and work with a local expert to get a tour of the foods, the cuisine, the entertainment of each of those neighborhoods. And by the time you've done that, I mean, it would take you years and years, but then you have a really strong sense of what the island of Manhattan really represents.
That's awesome. And so, with the Tony Awards coming up, who do you think is going to win Best Musical and Best Play?
Oh, really? Coming in with the hard-hitting questions.
Yes.
Oh, well, what I want to win for best musical is The Outsiders. What I think is going to win is Hell's Kitchen. those are two different things. I loved both, but Outsiders just, I don't know. There was something really magical about it. And then the best play, I really loved Prayer for the French Republic. I don't think it's going to win. I think Stereophonic is going to win, which I also really loved. But Prayer for the French Republic to me, it was more emotional. It made me feel things about the world, and whenever I see a play like that, that really challenges me and makes me kind of roots me in this moment, but then also outside of the theater, that those to me always get my vote.
That's awesome. And so, okay, so I'm trying to read my handwriting.
No,
Uh,
you're okay. Story of my life.
so you make these keychains for Broadway actors on open nights. Do you see all the shows that you give them to?
I see almost every show. Yeah. I think since I moved to New York City in 20 years, 21 years this year, I think I've seen something like 600 Broadway shows in addition to tours and regional and off Broadway and all the things and showcases and college performances. And I see a lot. So yeah, I see almost everything. Usually I like to see things in the beginning, previews or around opening when it's fresh and feels kind of new to the world. People all come on our tours, they expect that we've seen and can have conversations about what they're seeing. And so both because I have so many friends in all the shows, I love the shows, I love our industry, we talk about it, all of that combined, I try to see. I don't always succeed, but I try to see everything.
How often do you see shows outside of New York, like Chicago, or like I saw Playhouse Square? How often do you?
Yeah, whenever I can get out of the city. I'm pretty anchored here, so I don't get out of the city too often. If I have friends and shows out of town that I know aren't coming in, I'll try to get out there, but that's rarer just because I'm running around Times Square every day of my life.
That's awesome. And so that answered the question portion, but I went to what'sonstage.com and found a Broadway quiz that they claim to be the hardest one.
Oh my God, Timothy, what are we doing here?
So
Okay,
we're gonna
let's
give
go.
you a little
Game
quiz.
on. Okay, sure. Does my entire reputation hang in the balance? Good
Uh,
luck. Okay, here we are.
which of these is not one of the names of Sophie's potential fathers in Mamma Mia? Bill, Sam, Eddie, or Harry?
Eddie is not one of the
That is
fathers.
correct. Out of seven nominations, how many awards has Patti LuPone won? This is not a multiple choice.
Out of the seven awards, how many has she won?
Yes.
Out of her seven nominations, is that what this means?
Yeah.
She has won twice. No, wait, wait,
Twice.
wait, 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 wait. I think Evita and Anything Goes. No, Anything Goes and Sweeney Todd revival.
I'm not
Two?
sure. It doesn't say. It says two, but yeah. It
Okay,
doesn't say
two.
which two. Yeah.
There we are.
And so, which is reportedly the last musical number Roger and Hammerstein ever wrote together?
Ever wrote together, I believe, is Edelweiss from The Sound of Music.
Yes.
Still got it. Still got it. Oh
That's one of
gosh,
my favorite songs from Sound of Music, too.
it's so good. It's so good.
According to Operation Yellow Ribbon and covered the musical in Come From Away, how many residents were housed in Gander, Newfoundland on the day of 9/11?
This is a crazy question. I would say, I think it's something like, wasn't it like it swelled to 10,000? For some reason, 10,000 sticks in my brain, but maybe that's wrong. Based on your reaction, that's probably wrong.
You're off by about 4,000. It says approximately 66,000.
Oh gosh, I was very wrong. Okay. Keep going. Keep going.
Which show won the Tony Award for Best Musical despite containing no original music or live singing? The options are
I would say contact.
that is correct. I was gonna give you options, but yeah, a contact is correct.
Let's go. Nailed it.
I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm gonna try. Mon
Sure.
Prince, and I take French, so I should know this. Mon Prince est un chemin déjà is the original French name of what musical number from Les Mis?
Say it one more time.
Mon Prince est un chemin déjà.
You might have to spell it. Can you spell it?
MonPrinceEstEnCheminDeja.
And this is the French version of wow.
Yeah, it's
Now I've got to think. It's not, I don't think it's Castle on the Cloud. Maybe Master of the House? I don't know.
It was Castle on a Cloud.
It was?
It
Okay,
was.
well, then I definitely think it's Castle on the Cloud.
Alrighty. So which uh which of the what is it? Which of the four Gershwin children lived the longest? Ida, Arthur, George, or Francis? Honestly, I didn't even know that there were children of the Gershwin. So
I didn't even know I don't think I knew that there was four, and I've read their biographies. Um, I always forget which one. One of them had a brain tumor, I believe, and died before the other. Uh, George died before Ira. I know that. What are the other two kids?
so there's Ida, Arthur, George, or Francis
And the question is, which one
lived the longest?
is the longest? It's not George. I don't know. I'm going to take a guess and say Ira.
It's Francis.
Okay, I've never even heard of Francis, so we're really in trouble.
At which school was Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice's Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat first performed in 1968?
This is unfair. It's British. I read this. It's in his memoir, and I can't remember. It's
I can
somewhere outside of
I can give you the
London.
options.
Yeah, give me some options.
So there's the Colette Court School, the
Okay.
Orchard House School, the Tabernacle School, or the Wood Lane High.
What was the first one?
Colette Court School.
I think it's that, but wait, if it's not that, it's the third one.
The Tabernacle?
Yeah.
It is Tabernacle. Oh no,
Yeah,
it's Colette Court. It's Colette Court.
it is.
Yes.
I was gonna say, I think it's the first one. Okay, we're gonna call that a win.
Okay, this one, unless you're a huge fan of cats, it's gonna be hard for you.
Okay, I'm not, so good luck.
Which cat is the first cat to sing Angelical Song for Jellicle Cats?
Oh my
Is
God.
it
Da-da-da-da.
Skimbleshanks,
Uh,
Munkenstrap, Copat, or Demeter?
Demeter's the one who sings the memory kind of overlap. I don't think it's Demeter. Uh, let's go Monkey Strap.
It is.
It is? Let's go. Still got it. That was a wild guess. You can see at the revival, he comes through like a little tire or something.
I'm excited for the revival. I have good faith in it.
I think it's going to be so different and so unlike anything we've seen that I think that's the direction to go if you're going
Yeah.
to do.
I'm also excited for the new Gypsy that's coming out.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so
I'm super
crazy.
excited. Yeah. According to his own website, seeing which musical with his aunt convinced Cameron McIntosh that he needed to become a theater producer. The options, do you want me to give
I
options?
want to say it's Oliver, but give me some options.
So Oliver is actually not even an option. So,
Okay, great. So it's definitely not Oliver. Great.
so there's Damn Yankees, The
Uh,
Pajama Game, Salad Days, or Porgy and Bess
and what's the question again? Which show did he see that changed his life?
that wanted to make him become a producer.
I think it's Salad Days, but that's a guess.
Yes.
It's Salad Days?
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, I can't, he has some connection to that, but I've never seen Salad Days. So here we are.
In what month did Everybody's Talking About Jamie play its first performance anywhere in the world?
I have no idea. I've never seen it. Let's say
February, July, September, November.
Oh, I was really not close. February, July. Let's say July. I have no idea.
It's February.
Okay, great.
But 23% of the people say July.
Okay, sure.
Which of these numbers was cut between the original Merrily We Roll Along Broadway production, and its 1994 off-Broadway revival? So the
Yeah,
options
give
are
me some
Growing
options.
Up, The Hills of Tomorrow, It's a Hit, and Opening Doors.
Hills of Tomorrow opened the show originally. That was cut, and they go right to the opening numbers. So that it's definitely Hills of Tomorrow.
I'm so sad because I'm coming to New York at the end of July, but Merrily's gonna be closed, and I've wanted to see that so bad.
Oh no, you'll have just missed it. There's got to be
Yeah,
a tutorial on the web on the internet somewhere, I'm sure.
I'm hoping, or there's like at the New York Library where the things are. I'm hoping they have
I'm
a
sure they recorded
yeah.
it.
Okay, this one. Which of these U.S. sitcoms has Lin-Manuel Miranda not appeared on? The options are Uh, Modern Family, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Parks and Recreation, How I Met Your Mother.
I would say How I Met Your Mother.
Parks and Recreation.
If I'm honest with you, I've never seen any of those shows, so it's
I
going
didn't even know Lynn was on any of them.
correct. That's I would have said there's no way he's been on any. I think they all closed or were done before, but apparently, what do we know?
Which of these is not the name of a theater in Broadway and West End? Lyceum, Lyric, Palace, or Ambassador?
The Lyceum is definitely in both. Palace is definitely in both. The Ambassador, and what was the fourth one?
Lyric.
The Lyric. I think it's the Ambassador is the one that's only here, not there.
That is correct.
Got it.
Speaking of the Palace, Ben Platt's playing there right now, and he's amazing.
He's amazing.
I
I've
love it.
taken
I love
more.
the new album.
I haven't listened to it yet. Is it so good?
Oh, it's spectacular. It's actually one of my favorite. It's I think it's my favorite album he's done. Yeah,
Really? Okay. I'll
I'm
have to check
seeing
it.
him in Milwaukee on the 30th,
Nice. Is
and
that where you're based?
I'm
You're in
meeting him
Milwaukee?
too. So sorry,
Nice. Are you based in Milwaukee?
no, Chicagoland. We're taking a trip.
Nice.
So yeah, and so I got the VIP so I can meet him because I missed the Reverie tour and the Sing to Me Instead tour. So I'm like, I'm not taking the chance he doesn't stage door. So
You're not throwing away your shot, as we say.
yeah, exactly. So which of these waitress pies ha is made up? Got my vote rhubarb compote pie, time to say goodbye pie, red, white, and blueberry pie, marshmallow mermaid pie.
Marshmallow Mermaid is definitely in there. You've got my vote. I think the first one, You've Got My Vote, is not a pie from the show.
I've got your vote that got my vote is not correct.
Let's go.
It
These are the
it is
easiest
time to say
questions.
goodbye is not one.
Oh, that is not, I wasn't right. It's
No,
time to, okay.
time to say goodbye. Good pie instead of goodbye. Good pie.
I saw it 3 times, so I should have known.
I've
I
only
should,
seen the pro shot.
it's
So
so good.
okay, this one. Which Broadway and West End musical has the tagline "Believe" on the poster?
Say it one more time. Which
Broadway and West End musical has a tagline "Believe."
the tagline believe. It's not Wicked. It's not Lion King. Mamma Mia is closed. It's not Les Mis. Believe. Believe?
Believe.
It's just believe, period.
Yes.
Wow. Um, is this so obvious and I'm just not thinking it?
Honestly, I've never even heard of this musical, so
Oh, great. It's going great. Believe. I mean, it makes me think of the Cher show because that is that song, but that's incorrect. Um, I don't know, Matilda. I have no idea.
so the correct answer is
Oh,
Ghost.
Ghost, sure. Yeah. I was thinking it had a current show that was running right now. That's on me. Sorry.
And so that actually wraps up the interview. This is great. And so I'm gonna pause this.